Addition or subtraction of unit fractions. A unit fraction just means that you have a 1 in the numerator of each one. But I usually just treat these like I do any fractions that don't have the same denominator. And I don't actually find a common denominator. What I do is I multiply the bottom, or the denominator. So 3 times 6 is 18. Now this sign in the middle, if it's a plus, I put a plus. If it's a minus, I put a minus. But put that in the middle of your numerator, and then you always start with this corner and cross multiply. So 1 times 6 is 6. Go the other direction. 1 times 3 is 3. Now do what that says. 6 plus 3 is 9 over 18, but we can simplify that because we can divide those both by 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1, and 18 divided by 9 is 2. So 1/2. So again, I multiplied the bottom. 10 times 2 is 20. The sign goes in the middle. Cross multiply the top. 1 times 2 is 2. Go the other direction. 1 times 10 is 10. Do what that says. 2 plus 10 is 12 over 20. But those are both even, so I can start cutting them in half. So half of 12 is 6. Half of 20 is 10. They're still even, so cut them in half again. Half of 6 is 3. Half of 10 is 5. And 3/5 doesn't have anything else that we can divide those by, so that one's done. So for the numerator, I always do the denominator first. Multiply that. 2 times 10 is 20. This has a minus sign in the middle, so I put a minus up here. Now you have to go from left to right, like this. Because if you go the other direction for minuses, you'll have your number switched up. 1 times 10 is 10. Go the other direction. 1 times 2 is 2. 10 minus 2 is 8, so I have 8 over 20. Those are both even, so cut them in half. Half of 8 is 4. Half of 20 is 10. Still even, cut them in half again. Half of 4 is 2. Half of 10 is 5. So 2/5.